Welcome everyone! This is Iriador and this is the FTB special on Iriador's Vault. What you see here in front of you is my humble estate on the server. Yes, you heard right. It's an estate. It has hedges around it from consisting of berry bushes. Actually, they grow 3 high automatically. I didn't do so much then, but yeah, still, I planted all those trees and built that house inside here, and of course this farm grounds, all kinds of farms. I will show you in detail a little later. Yeah, I just settled down here in some prairie biome. Yes, which is also included in the new 1.7 snapshot. Well, not exactly that, but kind of. And we are running FTB Unleashed 1.1.3 on our server. This is a certain mod pack, which is pretty new and has a lot of possibilities, well, at least compared to our old FTB server that had the FTB Ultimate pack, but we wanted to get a newer version that had at least 1.5.2, and so we ended up with Unleashed. But I'm still sticking to the Thaumcraft stuff, which has also improved in the new version of FTB, which I'm very happy about. By the way, this is not the server right now. We are working on a backup now. I made on, I think, Monday evening or Tuesday evening. I'm not 100% sure about that. But yeah, I figured we need a backup, at least one that is not residing on the server. So if it crashes, yeah, then we can at least go back. Yes, so I have quite a bunch of farms. You see here a cactus farm, a cocoa bean farm, as well as a chicken farm, which is not very big at the moment because I killed pretty much every chicken. And here we have a few pumpkins and melons, cotton, wheat, potatoes, and carrots. This is netherwort, of course, and sugarcane. And there's a tree farm back there, just oak trees standing in line. Yes, this is basically it for the farms. I planted quite a bunch of different trees here. These ones here, for example, are from the Promised Land. Yes, it's a new dimension like the Nether or the Twilight Forest, which is added by plenty of biomes, I think. Yeah, but the more important ones are, of course, these. These are the Great Wood trees. They are giving you wood logs for crafting wood golems. And this one is a silverwood tree. Actually, I planted down a few and just hacked them down again to create a big pure node like you see here, or well, partially see here. And yeah, that gives me a node that is eating up the flux I create, or I used to create. Yeah, and this is my humble abode. This is basically the same design as it was right in the first days. I just prettied it up with some color bricks and some I don't know what this would cherry wood slabs. Yeah, and as you can see here, not even on FTB, you're safe from pranks. This one was made by Waffle Warden. I know you love these, so I thought I would leave you some. Love Waffle. This is a super nice gift, of course, but the problem is that it is encased in warded glass, and warded glass has the big problem that you cannot possibly take it out. Not with any means at all. The only thing you can do is use the wand on it, but this can only be done by the one who placed him. So yeah, as you can see, horrible new methods of pranking people here. So yeah. By the way, Waffle is known as the FTB prankster. I remember he once pranked one with radioactive bees in his spawn area, so he wasn't able to reset his spawn at all because the bees killed him so fast. And yeah, I think it was 7th that was his victim, because they were pranking each other, and yeah. Whatever. Yeah, this is my humble abode. as you see here, it has quite a bit of storage already. This is mainly due to Thaumcraft, because I need a ton of resources to get going, and all kinds of things you might not, you know, even guess that they could be important. But yeah, here I got a bunch of spawners I collected. You can do that on FTB Unleashed with the Force Wrench. You can just shift right click them and then you can pick them up and set them down again wherever you want. That's actually what I did down here behind this wall. There is a skeleton farm. It's also on. On here means that the lights on the other side are out, and so they can spawn. And they get pushed into a what's it called? A lava blade, and then destroyed instantly. And the contents are just getting sucked up from some hoppers and transported into a chest. This beautiful room here was made by Mr. Bombastic90, also known as Izzy on the server. She made this here for me. I'm very glad about this. It looks really, really pretty. And this is my cow spawner. Before it was just, you know, like some ugly cobble, gravel, dirt thing, and she prettied up really, really good. And you can see lava blades down there, and yeah, when you switch it on, it just starts spewing forth cows. This is a soul cage with a tier 5 soul shard. If you don't know what soul shards are, the soul shards is a kind of gem, and with an enchanted sword that has a soul stealer enchantment, you can kill those. And you need quite a bunch of them to get a gem with 1024 souls, I think, and then it will reach tier 5, and you can spawn infinitely cows, and you can even power it with redstone. So when it gets redstone power, it's just disabled and sits there idly, and when you power it, or when you unpower it, it will start spawning cows. Yes, so let's switch that off. I have already enough leather and steak for quite a while. But yeah, this is, by the way, a levitation block that lifts you up whenever you step on it. It does that all by itself. Here too. It's, yeah, just a nicer way to get up than ladders and stuff. But they have a limited reach, but they go quite far up, as you can see here. Yeah. Yeah, this is a linking book, but I will come later to that. This is my arcane laboratory, you could say, probably. I have just a regular brewing stand here to make potions. This is a water source, and infinite in the middle at least, because it gets refilled from both sides. And this little guy is taking care of the crucible. This is a tallow golem, and you can just give them buckets or vials, and when you give them buckets, they will refill your crucible. And yeah, and refill it from wherever you set the marker block. Down here there's this marker block, and he will always refill that. Because when you throw stuff in here, let's just throw a bunch of it in here. Tabam! By the way, this 32 means 32 vitreous aspect and 32 potentia aspect. These aspects are needed for Thaumcraft, and basically every alembic, this is the yellow thing here, can hold up to 16 aspect, and so 64 aspect is just fine, but only of one kind. That's important. So you have to be a bit careful, because whatever goes above that will be spilled out into the aura and create flux, and therefore wisps will spawn and other nasty things. Yeah, so but whenever you use your wand here, it will fill the alembic, and the thing is again empty. The little guy just refilled it with water. It takes a while until it's boiling, and yeah, see here it's boiling, and in the meantime he fetches also a new bucket. So it gets you going really fast, because you have to do that over and over. For example, to get potentia, because this is crucial for the thermostatic harness, which allows you to fly, because it flies with jars of potentia. It doesn't use vis or power, like the jetpacks, for example, do, or any kind of fuel, but potentia. But potentia is pretty easy to get from apatite or other stuff, like redstone, for example. So yeah, and after that is filled in, you can just retrieve a glass vial, and just fill them in, and so you end up with Essentia, Potentia, and Vitreous. And yeah, just put them back. Yeah. So I don't want to go into details what all that is. You might want to look into my Thumbcraft guide I'm putting up right now. It's just the very basic start of it, but I will link that in the description so you can see that. It might be interesting for you if you want to get started with Thumbcraft. This is the research table. You can research recipes in there. Unfortunately, from the copying from from the level D80 file, yeah, my recipes were all gone, and yeah, unfortunately, I cannot show you how to craft stuff because I'm unable to do any. So yeah, what else? Of course, yeah. This thing here leads down to the Infernal Furnace. It is just a chest connected to some hoppers, and it will lead down into the Infernal Furnace, and that one is taking care of my smelting. It is like a regular furnace, but with one speciality. It doesn't need any fuel, but it generates flux. To limit the flux it generates, I put those arcane bellows down here. They are kind of taking the flux away from it. And yeah, the dropper just feeds the items into here. When you look inside the hopper here, you'll see loaded with stuff, and this will just be thrown into this thing and it spills them out. It spills out also the XP, and you can collect them here in this corner, and the rest of the stuff will end up here. I can show you real quick. This is just some redstone thing here going on, and that gives a pulse to that and spills out stuff into the arcane into the Infernal Furnace, and that one will cook up the stuff and just spill it out here, so it will get sucked up by the hoppers here and end up in that chest here. Let's switch it off. We don't need that now. See, you can even retrieve items over the corners. Yeah, whatever. Back here we have my yeah, kind of remote storage. This is a magic mirror, and this is a hungry chest. The hungry chest just eats up everything you throw up on top of it or in front of it. When you put a block in it, it will just suck it in, and under it there is a bunch of hoppers which are leading in here. So I just show you with a bunch of sandstone. I have a magic hand mirror here. There is also and you can link these mirrors. You could also link two of those and just put it in, or you can use a hand mirror like I do and just put in the whole stack, and then it should be popping out here. Ah, it does. It was just so fast you couldn't see it. I cannot wait a second. I will show you with some smooth stone. Keep that in keep the mirror in. Yeah, saw that. And the chest just eats it up and gets it through the hoppers into here. Yeah, and yeah, I use that in concert with my arcane boar, which is something that mines blocks for you and collects them in a chest. But the chest, of course, runs full pretty fast, especially because of the cobblestone blocks and earth and clay and whatever the earth is holding. And yeah, I just made myself this room so I can just put the stuff in here and don't lose anything, because cobble might still be useful at some point. Back here I usually have some portal gun portals. If you know the game Portal, there is portal guns where you can create one portal and another portal, and you just step into one and come out at the other. And this is not limited in distance, so I can set up easily my mining with the arcane boar and just have the stuff transported with the magic hand mirror, and it will end up here, and the valuables I collect in my inventory and just put into my furnace thing here. Yes, and oh yeah, there's XP. Collect that. And while we're talking about XP, This is 2 slots for some spawners. This is again a soul cage. This one with a tier 5 zombie spawner, and on the other side with a tier 5 skeleton spawner. I forgot the redstone lamp back here, but this doesn't matter. It has no power, so no mobs will spawn, and whenever I switch it on, the mobs will spawn and be pulled by the water, pushed by the water into here, and fall down, take damage, and yeah. I will show you later. I taught you about the skeleton farm, and this where you can see actually how it looks. There is two spawners right on top of each other, and a bunch of redstone lamps close to it. And yes, whenever the lamps are on, the spawning's disabled, but when they are on, they just get pushed into the lava, and the bones and everything they drop will be collected here. This is quite efficient, especially since they drop also spoilbacks and miniature hearts, which you can craft into heart containers, or heart canisters, which give you basically these hearts here, which go for health, and you can increase that. Spoilbacks contain pretty much everything that could be in a dungeon chest or mineshaft chest, so they are pretty useful too. Yeah, I just leave that running most of the time because it only is on when I'm close to it, and the skeletons get instantly destroyed anyway, and I have quite a bit of space for items there. Yeah, so oh wait, I forgot the upper floor, or well, one of the upper floors. This is leading into my mines and also to my nether portal. The mines I usually don't go, only when I need resources, but lately I'm well, good on resources at the moment. Yeah, oh, we have to go down. We have to go down. Here I can retrieve stuff from the cow spawner. So all the steak and leather goes in here. As you can see, this works pretty good. If I leave that running, the chest is full within no time. And yeah, you have to be very careful that you don't create overflow and too many items and stuff. Yeah, this needs to be decorated, of course. This is just to be able to distinguish between the floors. You know, I put them as color code kind of in there. Yeah. So, but this is the jewel of my place at the moment. This is a XP farm, an auto XP farm even, thanks to this little guy over there. You see him sitting back here. He has that little visor thing on that allows him to kill creatures and still drop XP, which is pretty awesome. I can just switch it on, and the skeletons will fall down here. They get pushed by the water, fall down here. They will get quite a bit of damage, so they are only left with 2 of 4 health, I think, which translates to 1 or 2 hearts. And yeah, the little guy kills them pretty fast, and they will drop XP, and they are collected either by the player or by this brain in the jar. The brain in the jar can hold up to 45 levels. The wiki said 30 levels, but it's really 45. I tested it out quite sometimes, and yeah, it gives you a lot of XP and takes up a lot of XP. It's just so that the XP doesn't pile up here and maybe influence the server. Yeah, sometimes you pick up bones, but I have a manual disposal chest for those. I then figured out that there is a device called Trash Bin where you can just put in items and they get, you know, destroyed instantly. But yeah, that's how I did it when I didn't know about that item, and it's just powering a dropper that is taking care of all the bones and the zombie flesh and whatever comes down there. Yeah, so let's switch it off for now. Don't need XP at the moment. We're on level 33 anyways. This was very useful in the very early days now, because people didn't had any XP farms so far, and the only one who had one was Weeooo, but he also used those things for fuel. And so I figured it would be good if I have one on my own, and I had a Skeleton 5 spawner lying around anyway. So yeah, I figured that would be cool to have one. And it works pretty good, and when the zombies are switched on, the XP is very good. Can't really say anything against it. Sometimes the little one gets stuck here, but after some time he fixes himself and kills the things. Yeah. Also, I want to show you this device in HamHandz. Second episode, I think, he was showing, or the first one, I don't know. He was showing this device. It's an advanced enchantment table. You can put up stuff in here and can just say what enchantments you want and how strong they are, and it will tell you how big the cost is. This is pretty awesome, but it gets pretty expensive. You know, Thorns 3. You can have items with Thorns 3 and Protection 4 from vanilla with 30 levels. So yeah, you can get insane high levels. So yeah, it's good on one side, a bit OP maybe, but it's very good to get started in FTB. And since you're only relying on those in the very beginning of the game, it's not really taking too much from it, I think. So yeah, let's get up again. This was it mainly from my base. Yeah, that is, by the way, the trash bin. It just destroys items instantly. Bam, it's gone. Yeah, this is it from my base, but I built quite a bit more. Not on my base, but the community nether hub, for example. Waffle Warden and me designed this thing and built that together. It's like a flying saucer in the nether. And yeah, it has a pretty cool pattern, as you see. And it's really looking beautiful. It's made mainly of water glass, which can only be destroyed by me because I put it down, and quartz, smoky quartz, which is just kind of inverted quartz, and stained glass. It looks pretty amazing, I think, and everyone has his base in here, like HamHandz or Izzy, for example, or Weeooo, and all the guys have the possibility to put their books down there. We have already a few. And yeah, this one leads back to spawn. That's where we want to go. And it leads us right to some hut Vario built. I put just a bit of stuff in here to get people started. It's like the noob house, kind of, to get people going. Yes, and there is also a couple of linking books to certain places, like the quarry world. It is a Mistcraft world that is only for quarries, so we don't destroy all the landscape here on the real overworld. And Vario has put his nether room down here as well. I had mine too here, but I thought with the nether hub, the community nether hub, we don't need that, so get going. Yeah, I also put down some farms here for people when they start, because when you die right after you spawned, you will only have 3 food bars left, and that poses a real problem. But yeah, since there is nutrition now and stuff, it's not as bad. It was also very dark. We totally forgot about the spawn point when we started on the server, because we were all so eager to start. And yeah, so we are still at prettifying the place and adding use to it. I did that by building this farm here, this monstrosity in the sky. It looks like some big hammer, maybe, if the sides were complete, but still, it is an angry zombie spawner. This thing took me ages. I was 2 days long hunting zombies. During the night, well, 2 real-life days, that remains to be said. I was hunting in the Minecraft nights for angry zombies, and then during the day I was going underground to find them, and it was just insane. I used even a Soul Stealer 5 sword, a pretty good one, to get faster done, but yeah, it still was very, very painful. Up there is just a whole cell for the zombies, for the angry zombies, and they get pushed down into the water, into this canal, and they just, well, fall down and die. And those who are armored up, for example with feather falling, are taken care of by this guy. This one has no visor, as you see. He will take out the zombies regularly, and they will just drop their loot, but no XPs, for example. yeah, it's all about the zombie brains because it's a very important ingredient for Thumbcraft that enables you to make, for example, word blocks or brain in the jar and tons of other recipes. Also for it's very good for research, for Thumbcraft research. Yeah. You can just switch it on and the thing will go off and all of a sudden there will be zombies falling down. And yeah, as you can see here, it works pretty good. And it goes very fast. So fast that almost the pipes below there cannot keep up. Those were set up by Waffle Warden. He was helping me with that because I had no idea about pipes at all. But this works pretty darn well. It sorts out the items that are not of interest for us, like the rotten flesh, for example. It has no use for us at the moment. So it just collects the zombie brains here. And you see it has a lot of aspects to it. Yeah, on this side, Gunners already built something, a gold farm made with a zombie pigman spawner, I think. Yeah, and back there he made with Waffle Warden some I don't know, FTB magics. He put down tons of autocraft tables that are able to craft gold blocks from the gold nuggets, which is pretty awesome because that takes up a lot of time of your own. And yeah, this is a blaze farm. I think I can switch it off. This is yeah, producing blaze rods, obviously 680 stacks almost. So yeah, this is quite awesome. It's both, I think, tier 5 spawners he gathered. So yeah, thanks Gunners for that. Very cool. I'm about to place or to make a farm here as well for pigs or for pig meat or pork chops, whatever you want to call it. Because I have a tier 5 soul cage still with a soul shard, a pig soul shard. And so people can get good food right from the start of here and can come back whenever they want, so they don't have to build one of their own. And this little thing is a force stick trading post. I think some of the ops made that because there is some bug that doesn't allow you to craft the force sticks, or not in any good way. I don't know. I'm really not into the force stuff, so I probably don't know. But yeah, it basically allows you to trade the logs for the sticks. Yeah, and that's it so far. Since this is only a backup from somewhere around I think beginning of September, according to when you're going to see this. There is some progress here. I don't know for sure because I haven't playing because I'm not feeling so well at the moment because of health issues and personal issues, and yeah, I'm not in the mood to play much at the moment. But yeah, don't fear, the episodes won't get impaired from that. But yeah, I will continue playing definitely in a bunch of days, and yeah, then you will be able to see what has been going on here. If you want to see more FTB stuff, that is said. When you like me to show more FTB, then please write into the comments, write me a message, Twitter me, whatever. You can even write me on the forums of the Minecraft official forums, or the Yogscast maybe. I have threads there running for my Let's Play series. You're welcome to write me with suggestions, what you want to see. And yeah, I will try to make do, but I have to keep in mind I have a full day job, so I have to, you know, think what I do, be it vanilla or my regular series, which I will definitely continue, or the FTB one. But anyway, I will still, yeah, go on whatever you want to see. Yeah, I think that's it. I will be playing vanilla, I think, in the next time, or a bit more FTB, at least until 1.7 comes out, which has me really excited. I saw DocM's analysis video of 1.7, the current snapshot. It looks really fantastic, and yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. And yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I'll be seeing you next time. Bye bye.